Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Rama, and in today's video, we are going to be purchasing a new supercar on our Broke to Billions account. Let me know, by the way, if you like the face cam on or off when I do my videos, because it's fine with me with either option you pick. Now, in today's video, as I said, we are going to be purchasing a new supercar, and that is because the Torero XO, normally a $2.9 million vehicle, this week is only $1.7 million. I have been wanting to buy a very, very good supercar, which not only features great handling, but really good top speed as well. And the Torero is definitely checking both of those boxes. So we're going to go head over to our auto shop and upgrade the vehicle. Now what's great is that even though I'm level 39, which normally would not allow you to fully upgrade a car, your auto shop unlocks all upgrades. Not only does it unlock all upgrades, but also every single upgrade you do purchase is 5% discounted, and paint jobs are free if you get a classic paint job. However, we are probably going to go with metallic, as that is what I personally prefer. But it is still pretty dang nice that you can get such a discount, and the fact that as lower than level 100, you can fully customize your vehicle. And there she is on the corner of our auto shop. For how little I've spent on my Broke to Billions account, I've actually got quite a collection of vehicles just in my auto shop garage. Usually what I like to do is I'll upgrade the vehicles in my auto shop, and then once it gets filled up, I will drive them to other garages, so that way I have more room to upgrade vehicles here. As I said, because I'm under level 100, it's really the only way to upgrade my vehicles. But with the discount, you should always try to upgrade any car you purchase inside of the auto shop. So we got some bumper options, honestly though, not much for the Torero. It's very disappointing on what this vehicle has going for it in terms of options. I'm not the biggest fan of the forged carbon. I think it looks kind of ugly. So we're just going to go with a secondary carbon super splitter. And for the rear bumper, I'm going to go with the same secondary kind of carbon style. I think that'll look really, really nice. The other diffusers are okay, but ooh, that one looks pretty cool though. I do like being able to just completely remove the back. However, it's got pretty low polygon, so we're just going to stick with that. We got some canards which we can put on the front. We can completely remove the Torero XO, but I actually like that it says Torero there. So I think for me, I'm going to keep it like that if I can, and we're just going to add probably some carbon canards. I think that looks pretty dang good. Over to the engine, obviously, we're going to put on EMS level 4. We can put some exhausts out, and let's just do titanium. I always love to see titanium. It looks super duper clean. Okay, well, we can change the back. The only problem is this car is so bright as being white. Let's go over to the respray really quick, and let's just do, because classic paint jobs are free, let's just change the color to something that's not as blinding, like that. So that way when we take a look at the engine cover, we can actually get an idea of what we want going here. So I do kind of like that hexagon vented one. That looks pretty nice, but that's also stock. So it's basically whether we want like the little things on the top or not. I do like that though. I think I'm going to go with the slat vented hood. I think not the carbon, but just the normal one. I think that looks the best. We're going to do some xenon lights on the front. And now we got liveries. So we can do the tricolor. We've got black Pegassi, which is appearing to be only on the side. We have white Pegassi, yeah, so that's what the black one would look like. We have two-tone, not the biggest fan of that. We have pinstripe, red pinstripe. We got Yogarishima. We have Street Kisama. I've had that on my other vehicle. In fact, this actually might be the paint job I have on my other car. We got Redwood Rally, Sport Digital, Monochrome, and that's it. Personally, I really like tricolor. I always have. I just think it looks really clean. So we're going to go with tricolor, and then we are going to put a metallic paint job on this vehicle. I actually really like this red. We're going to go with a tricolor formula red. I think that matches pretty good. Obviously, secondary color, let's go with a matte ice white. I think that's going to look, oh yeah, that's super, super clean throughout the back of the car as well. All right, I like that a lot. We can change the trim color, and because the outside of the car is red, why not make the inside red as well? It matches pretty dang well, which is pretty dang nice. We can change the roof a bit. We can add more like a slanted or a, ooh. I really do like the Ford Streamline, but personally, I kind of like this one too. We're going to go with the Forge though. I just really like the way that kind of angles out. So we're going to go with the streamlined roof. We got some skirts which we can put on the side. I like the smaller skirts personally, so we're just going to go with the secondary performance skirts. We have spoiler options. We can do a carbon spoiler, a painted spoiler. It'd be really nice if we could do a secondary spoiler. And I actually kind of really like the Pegassi wing. That one looks pretty dang sweet. We can do just the extended ducktail if we want. Or, I hate that we can have a carbon wing, but we can't just have a, because it has a pop-up spoiler. But I'm going to go with, let's go with a carbon super wing. I really like that. We're going to go with competition suspension, race transmission. We can change the hood. So as we can see, not actually much changes on the overall hood design. So it's really just if you want like a little bit more of a vent versus, we can see it's a deeper slant in there. Or we can do kind of like the ridges. Not much, though, in terms of hood designs, to be honest. That streamline looks pretty nice, though. I do like that. However, we are going to go with the deep vented trunk. Turbo tuning. We got more vents on the side. We can do white. We can do... I'm just going to go with a primary vent. Ooh, you know what, though? I like the carbon. We're going to stick with carbon. Alright. Wheel type. I'm going to go with my... I'm going to do shadows. I like those a lot for a vehicle like this. And then bulletproof tires, windows, and there you go. We have fully kitted out our Torero XO. This is such a nice looking supercar. I actually personally love the new Countach. I know some people are on the fence about this vehicle, but personally, I think it is one of the nicest looking new cars that has been released in a very long time. It just looks absolutely incredible. And the Torero is a very fast car. In fact, we are going to put it to the test on my lap time. But for top speed, it is over 130 miles per hour. In fact, I think it goes around 131, which is pretty dang impressive. And especially with a 40% discount, this is a very good deal. Even if the car's not discounted, I still think the Torero is a great vehicle, and this video should still hopefully help you out. So here we are lined up and ready to go. Let's see what this vehicle is able to do on our test track. I have a feeling the Torero is going to be pretty dang fast. Now, handling is still very important, and the Torero does struggle a little bit in handling, but because the car is so fast and it has such good acceleration, usually it makes up for it in the other categories. We almost had a pretty bad crash there, and that is the only real downside of this car, is that it is so fast. It's very hard to control, especially through dense traffic, as we can see right now. But it's not the biggest of issues. Once you get the car's handling down, as we can see, you're going to be doing pretty A-okay. Let's squeeze through here, and now we are making our way through Vinewood Hills. Got to slow down a little bit. Always want to take your time through Vinewood, just because of the fact that if you make a mistake here, it's usually going to cause you to restart your entire lap. So here we go. Pretty good stuff so far. No cars in our way, so I'm going to full gas it up throughout the hill. And, of course, we get a random Foden call right in between the vehicles. Pretty good stuff so far. Going to slow down a little bit just so you don't get too much there. And now we are on to the downhill portion. This is obviously the trickiest part of the entire course, and that is because of the fact if you don't handle your car properly, you can lose a lot of speed through here. So you try to make it through all these corners as perfect as possible. That was actually a pretty good corner there. You definitely have to let go a lot of the speed to make it through these corners, but as we can see, the Torero is not having any issues whatsoever at least making the corners. It's doing them pretty dang well. We took that one pretty tight, which is always nice. A little bit on the dirt, but that never hurt anybody. Here we go. Nice. We got a motorcyclist, which is fine with me, as much as my inner mind was telling me to run him over. We're pretty good. So there you go. That was a very, very successful time making our way through Vinewood Hills and making our way down through the middle of the map. And now we are going to ideally... Okay, well that was a little annoying, but that's not too big of a deal. I'm just going to take off like about a second and a half or so from that little scrape there, and we'll see what the actual time was, because I think this will be pretty dang effective. Full speed, we're gonna go past the time trial, not crashing any cars, and squeeze through here. Look at that, pretty effective if I do say so myself. Let's see what the time was. Even with that slight mishap, we still finished with 2 minutes and 27 seconds, which is pretty good. And if we subtract about 2 seconds from that mess up, we're looking more at like 2 minutes 25, 24. That is actually pretty dang solid. Vehicles like the Amaris and the Krieger are looking more at like 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 19. That's about the best you're going to get for the supercars category in terms of handling, but the Torero is much better for street and overall highway driving. And we can see that here. I'm literally chilling at 136 miles per hour. This car is just very, very fast. And because of that, whenever you're on a road like this, it's very, very good for using that overall speed just to get from point A to point B. And when you pair that with the fact that it also does feature decent handling, as we just showed on the lap time, it's just a really good car in general. It is definitely one of the best jack-of-all-trades supercars in the game, and the fact that you're able to get it for around 1.8 million is an absolute steal. So I would highly, highly recommend to pick up this car this week. And even if you don't get it on discount, it's still a very, very worthwhile supercar to get your hands on. Very fun to drive, and definitely one of my favorite looking vehicles in terms of customization. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.